high-quality research training program was basically to respond to the extreme limitations for research capacity in the country and to produce a highly qualified local researchers and research leaders in the country. Supported by Somali Stability Fund in partnership with East African Research Hub, OCVP and other partners from University of Bristol and Transparent Solutions were awarded to design and come up with a research capacity idea.
And the idea was based, a simple idea but very effective, which is taking mid-career Somali researchers or workers, employees working for the government, civil society and the private sector to take part in the program and learn how to do research.
So the idea is to work with our Somali colleagues to develop that research capability so that Somalis could research the issues for themselves.
HQRS chose to focus on research, the reason being that there aren't many Somali researchers who write about Somali issues that are relevant to the country, issues that respond and ask questions to things that need to be asked. What's normally written about Somalia and Somalis is written by non-Somalis. The reason being that Somalis have a very much an oral society. There's not much documentation, and we wanted to change that, and we are changing it.
A society has to understand itself, analyse itself, and work out what it is going to do, because people from the outside can't come and tell you what it is you need to do. What we did in the programme was we gave people the research training, then we embedded them in a Somali research team, and then everyone did their own individual research. And the idea of that through these phases is that we would go from giving people the knowledge but then actually practically hands-on doing the research, so that really at the end of it they would be confident researchers because they would know, because they produced the research output, we'd have that paper.
In the first cohort, there were 500 applicants from the beginning, and through the rigorous and very transparent recruitment process, we finally recruited 30 students for the first cohort. The second cohort, there were 450 applicants across the country. And in the same process, we finally recruited again another 30 candidates who came from different institutions, from the public, private, civil society, and academia. And they came from all the regions and the district, from Kismayo, Beledweyne, Mogadishu, Puntland, and Somaliland.
The training phase is where University of Bristol staff travel to Hargeisa and they deliver the training in Hargeisa itself, so that also they get to know the people, they get to know the place, they get to understand the context a little bit better, as well as delivering the training in an effective way over a period of 6 weeks.
There are several different units, including ethics, including qualitative research, quantitative research, and the gender and social research unit that I taught. And this was a wonderful opportunity to see the students growing throughout even 1 week.
My direct involvement started during the second phase, which was the internship phase, and that lasted for 3 months. Within that time, I divided the trainees into smaller groups that went through the entire research process, from the design to data collection to analysis, reporting, along with disseminating the information to the various stakeholders.
The mentorship phase was the last phase of the program, and in some ways it was the hardest, because it was the one that the students have gone back to their institutions to do their research. So the first thing they had to do, and we needed to help them with, was to help them choose a topic or topics that was relevant to them, the students felt passionate about it, but also topics that were relevant for the entities and also for the country.
University of Bristol academics are each given around 5 participants to mentor, from the design stage to the ethics stage to data collection stage to analysis. And finally, presentation.
It was kind of scary, of course, at first, where you think, is this going to work? Is it all going to come together? But really the payoff was the individual research projects. I knew that we had not succeeded until I saw those research papers and I saw that they were good.
There's been a lot of firsts in HKRS. Of course, this being the first program that focuses on research for a whole year, almost a whole year. Secondly, for the first time, certainly in my experience of working in this field for a long time, in the development field, this was the first time that a Somali-led entity was the prime contractor. And the University of Bristol and ourselves, which is SME International and local, were the subcontractors.
We worked for the Somalis. That's really crucial. If you're going to have locally led development, the locals have to lead it. Second thing is that in terms of the money, all of the money was channeled through the Somali entity. So any money that came to the University of Bristol went through the Somali books, and that's really important too. Third thing is probably 85% of the money stayed in Somalia.
Another uniqueness is that the program was kind of providing a kind of a mixed experience, both local and international. University of Bristol was providing an international experience, bringing highly qualified staff from University of Bristol who were coming to Hargeisa to deliver the courses and also provide a mentorship during the mentorship phase of the program. So in that sense, they were injecting the international quality, standard and skills. On the other side, OCVP, who has been working in the country for the last 7 years, have qualified local staff who acquired local knowledge, also brought about the local knowledge and experience. So that kind of a mix, local and international, was kind of giving students not only to understand the local dynamics, but also have the capacity to link up with the ongoing academic debate on social research and other fields related to social research in general. The graduates now are working with different organizations across the country. Some of them already want to further to study their studies, and some of them move from the organization that they work into higher institutions. So now this program has injected 60 highly qualified researchers into the country.
This program motivated me to write more, to do more research, and to co-author or publish articles that would do impact or produce results. And in that way, they helped me understand publishing and research production procedures. For example, before I didn't know how to write an article for international publications, but now I do.
My experience increased in the field of research, and also my technicality of writing and research was increasing. After my completion, even I pursued a higher education. I have been in my master's in Bangladesh, and this training helped me to write my dissertation in a more technical way.
The most important thing which we have a limited capacity was experience. How you are going to do at the field in practically, and what are the challenges that you may face at the field, how you are going to handle those challenges, and all those things was really very important sections, whereby most of the people, when they are not taking or gaining this course, they may not understand, or they may have a rough information on top.
The program actually builds our confidence to go to the community, collect that information, and we are now able to produce high quality researches related to our child protection issues that we work.